what did you get from Loki season 2?
Season 2 was good. I mean, it was a lot of mental things, a lot of puzzles, a lot of growth from the character Loki himself. I liked how it resolved. I think it was a great story arc. I think, does it mean much for the future of the MCU? I think it can. I also think it could also be the end of the character too. I know it's not, but it definitely could be a good way to end this character. I think, if anything, my biggest thing is he who remains no longer remains the most interesting thing in the MCU to look forward to.
Why is that?
I think the first series really built up Kang, and then we got Ant-Man and Quantumania. And Kang, I'm sure, isn't actually defeated, but he went down relatively easy, given who the opponents were. And now we have this, where it ends with really Kang, or He Who Remains, in some way being defeated.
But isn't that what he wanted?
It, to a degree. It's not. I don't think it was how the story was supposed to go as he wrote it. But it does leave room for Kang to become an issue now that He Who Remains is no longer checking the boxes. I don't know. I'm not as interested in Kang. Now, I loved Jonathan Majors' the last episode, where he really starts speaking to Loki one-on-one, like, okay, you're on my level now. We'll talk. I love that conversation. And I wish there's more of that in the series, because the rest of it was just so much exposition to get there.
Oh, yeah. A lot of science talk that just kind of goes over your head.
Yeah. Mumbo jumbo. It's like, all right, let's just get over with it. Get to it. Figure it out. And Victor Timely.
What? You can't. Come on now. You can't be doing that.
Listen. And I know that he said he did it on purpose to really make this character unique as a new variant. But I prefer He Who Remains. I like Kang. Victor Timely, I get why he was important, but they could have shortened his piece in this. I didn't really care for it.
Well, I really thought that it was really interesting just seeing all these variants of Kang, because you just get like a different perspective with each one. It really shows the range of Jonathan Majors to really just switch between all these characters. I mean, It's crazy. But he was a guy that was kind of like a trickster, a low-key trickster, but also nervous. Con man, nervous, a little bit unsure of himself and also sure of himself. So he kind of had like a weird balance to him.
He kind of reminded me of like a really bad interpretation of Martin Luther King Jr. and Frederick Douglass. Like a bad impersonation. But the hair was definitely Frederick Douglass. How do you get that part like that?
It's probably a wig, because his hair isn't really like that.
Like, do you take a comb and just sit there as like a hot comb, or how do you get that part to stay like that?
Made a balls.
You got a pin in it? Some bobby pins in there?
It made a bald spot. That's what it's there.
Bald spot. You scratch your head a lot right there.
It was from dodging all those people that he tried to con.
Right.
But I still
and then what they did to Ramona, the Renslayer,
I felt
dropped her.
I felt bad for her. I mean, each character got their own kind of like side story.
True.
But for the most part, I enjoyed it. A lot of the science stuff, I didn't really think too much about it. Like, I didn't think too heavily into it just to kind of check their science. I just accepted it because there was just so much, with time travel, time slipping, all that stuff. I just accepted it and, enjoyed it. And I really did like the ending credits, or not the credits, but like, the whole presentation and the music.
Yes.
I really liked that, the way they did it.
Yeah, it was really well written. The score was amazing. Visually, it looked great.
Thanks for watching. And if you would like to be featured on our podcast, make sure to click the link in the description.